Happy New Year, Gems. I hope that 2016 is the most amazing year for all of you, not just in the Jamberry businesses that you now own and operate, but also in your personal lives as well and in the lives of your family. So I just have a few thoughts that I would like to share with you and just a little encouragement. I know that some of you were not able to be on the call today and some of you had problems getting on. They did record it and they will be getting that recording out to us as soon as possible. And so I'm going to try and cover some different things that were not on the call, but just a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. So I know we have been really focusing on booking parties for January, and I know because some of you have talked to me about this, that your calendar is not filling up as fast as you would like it, or you're not maybe hearing back from people, and so you're concerned. I just want you to know that I booked most of my January parties last year in the first week of January. So we start the booking blitz because just to get you going, just to get you talking to people and getting all of those things on your calendar, looking at your calendar, knowing what you have available. There will be some parties that happen the first part of this month, but probably a lot of them might be more towards mid-month, towards the end of the month, and that is okay. So if you have had some challenges with booking parties, or perhaps you've been traveling and enjoying the holidays, I don't want you to feel like it's too late, that you're not going to be able to do that. I totally believe that you can book as many parties as you would like, even if you wait to start it until Monday, if that is when you plan on starting to do it. I have been talking to people and messaging people prior to Christmas, and I've done a couple messages between Christmas and New Year's, but a majority of my phone calls and messaging will start taking place more on Monday. And so it's not that I haven't tried, but I'm really going for it on Monday. Is this next week is when I'm really going to be focusing on it. So just wanted to encourage all of you with that. Just a couple of thoughts. I know that they talked about this on the call, but I also wanted to really make sure that you think about this. Something that I'm going to be doing more this year is I'm going to be focusing a lot on fundraising. It is a great way to get out and meet people. It is a great way to get new customers, and it's a great way to give back. And so, you can decide how you want to do the fundraisers. If they are a nonprofit organization, then Jamberry, you can list it just as a fundraiser, and Jamberry, there's requirements, and I would check those things out on the dashboard, but then Jamberry would send them 10% of your fundraiser. What I like to do is I like to run the fundraiser as a party and then give a percentage of that. That way, hostess gifts credit is still provided, and I can use that for prizes or as a way to maybe compensate for the donation that I'm making. And so that's just something for you to think about. And so where can you find these fundraisers? There are always people who are looking to raise money. Cheer squads, dance teams, animal shelters, with the new Heart Association wraps, the American Heart Association, find different places that might be interested in that. If you have friends who are nurses, they might be very interested in helping you do a fundraiser, and then they can earn the wraps for free. Brainstorm. I'll brainstorm with you on fundraising. I have done quite a bit of it. And so I know kind of what works and what doesn't. And I'm still learning. I'm not the expert by any means, but I have learned a lot in the last couple of years of trying fundraisers and finding out what works and what doesn't. And one of my goals this year is to try and do at least 1 or 2 fundraisers a month. And then that way I will always have something going on and people to work with. And it's also about developing my brand. One of the things that I want you to think about is, what do you want to be known for? Yes, you're a Jamberry consultant, but what do you want people to think about when they see you as a Jamberry consultant? For me, it's really important that they see me as someone who is generous and a blessing. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to be able to help people. And so I would encourage you to think about what it is. And I realize that all of us are at different spots in our businesses and our lives. And so, it might be that you could do a fundraiser to earn some special wraps for a Ronald McDonald House, go in there and pamper the ladies that are staying there. It looks different for all of us, and all of us are at different places in what we are able to give from what we earn. And so I just encourage you to think about, what do you want to be known for? What brands of the Jamberry brands do you look at and think that that's really what you want to be known for? And then kind of develop some goals around that. I know sometimes with fundraising, people are concerned, well, what if I don't make any money? That's why you need to know what it is that you can afford to do. But in what I have found with doing the fundraisers, it's a good way for me to get parties from them. And then my customer base grows, and I more than earn back what I have given away. And so I really think that that is how it works, is you can't, when you're generous, you always get back tenfold. And that's just something that I have discovered, and I wanted to share that with you. So I also want to talk to you a little bit about mindset. And a lot of you know that I have received specialized training from Dana Wilde. She has done a book called Train Your Brain. And it is all about how we think about things and how we see things and how important that is, especially in our businesses. Some of you that have been with me for a while have seen or know about the emotional cycle of sales. And when you start out, you are very excited and things are going well. And then sometimes you run into difficulties, and then you kind of go through this cycle of where you might be frustrated, and then you begin to doubt yourself. And then you realize that there is a cycle in sales, and you realize that that's what you're going through, and then you recommit, and then the excitement starts over again. Now, I'll be honest with you, there are days where I might go through that cycle a couple of times, and it's okay. It's normal. It's natural. And so I just wanted you to know that. The other thing, a couple things that I want you to think about in mindset is, one of the things that Dana talks about is the problem is never the problem. The problem is you're talking about the problem. And I'm going to be very specific here with you so that you can see what that means. So say I was telling you, I have no parties booked for January. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I have no parties. I have no parties. I have no parties. Well, in your brain, you have what's called the reticular activating system. And the message that you send your brain is what it recognizes. And so pretty soon, all you're seeing, hearing, noticing, thinking about is the fact that you don't have any parties. And as somebody who is a consultant, if we don't have parties, we probably get a little depressed about that. And so we become kind of desperate in how we ask for parties, how we talk about Jamberry, all of those things. And it kind of sets a negative tone because we're so focused on the fact that we haven't booked any parties yet, that we're not having fun and we're not feeling good, and we're taking action in a stress way. And that plays out. So instead of saying that, what I would encourage you to say, and I'm not talking just about parties, this isn't anything. And if you have more questions about this, I would be happy to talk further with you. You can send me a message, or we can set up a phone appointment, or I can direct you to Dana's training, however you want. But this has helped me tremendously. So instead of that, what you could do is you could look at it this way. Okay, I don't have a lot of parties on my books yet, but I know that the parties will come to me. Jamberry has offered some amazing January incentives, and I know that I'm going to find people who are going to want to book parties with me. The hostess rewards, they are always amazing, but look at what they've done for us in January. Look at the 2 new beautiful wraps that they have designed for us to help raise. They're being generous in giving money back to the American Heart Association, and we can use them for fundraisers if we want, or just a way to get the word out that Jamberry is giving to this organization. And plus, they are so beautiful, people could wear them for Valentine's wraps if they wanted to. And not only that, look at all the beautiful Valentine wraps they have designed for us, all of the St. Patrick's Day and Easter. One of the trainers today said, "Oh, I wish I was a little girl again. I would love to get some of those juniors for Easter for myself to wear." So look at all of the amazing things that Jamberry has done for us in order to help us this month. And they actually do this every month for us. They find ways to help us to succeed and to do the very best that we possibly can. And so as you're thinking about, if you're in a place and you're thinking of maybe something that has happened that feels stressful or negative to you, I encourage you to spend a few minutes looking at that and thinking about how you can, the first step is becoming aware. The second step is thinking about, what am I going to focus on? I want to focus on a positive mindset. I want to focus on my business in a way that is positive and fun and all of that. I want to feel good first, and then I'm going to take action. That's one of the most important things you can do, is to feel good about your business. In fact, if you are in a spot where you're not feeling good, I encourage you to walk away for a little bit, take a nap, have a snack, go for a walk, call a friend, and get to a point where you're feeling good. And then think the thoughts that get you energized, that get you feeling excited about your business. And when you are feeling like that, that is when I want you to take action. Because when you take action, when you're feeling good, that's when the excitement really starts to happen. People want what you have. They see the joy, they see the happiness, and they're like, she is so much fun and she is so full of joy. I want what she has, and I want to book a party with her, or I want to talk about Jamberry with her, or I want to find out if I can join her team. She looks amazing. She looks like she just has it all together, and I just want to be a part of that. And so it's the message that you send out with about how you are feeling. And so I know I've kind of put a lot all together, but just always think about, be aware of your thoughts. And if they're leaning towards the more negative scale side, then do some things to get you feeling in a more positive way. And if you're feeling great, that's when you want to take action. And then finally, I would encourage you to really think about what your goals are going to be for 2016. And in fact, I would encourage you to take a little bit of time, take a couple of deep breaths, close your eyes, and imagine that it's New Year's Eve 2016. And I want you to think about what happened in 2016. And I just want you to think about that, and then take some time to write down, who is it that you like to talk to? Who is it that you share your goals and your dreams with? And I want you to imagine that conversation. 2016 was amazing because dot, dot, dot. These things happened for me. And I want you to write it down on a piece of paper and put it in a place so that on New Year's Eve, 2016, you can take a look at that piece of paper and see all the things that you have accomplished. You set some goals, you set some expectations. And also, we did this last year, and I think we're going to do it again this year, is I want you to think of a word for the year. Last year, mine was, oh shoot, it went right out of my mind here. Intentional action. I think that's what it was. I'll have to look it up. Sorry about that. It's been a kind of a long couple of days with not as much sleep as I am used to getting. But I will share what I did last year on our team page. But my word for this year is believe. I think I've shared this story with some of you before, but I want to share it again. When I was at the Jamberry conference in Dallas, I had a profound moment, and I still get emotional when I think about it. It was after one of the speakers, and I knew that Jamberry was a place where I could grow as a leader. I knew and I know that I wanted to get to an executive level in Jamberry, and I want to make it to the top of the executive scale. And I knew it. I knew that I wanted it, and I talked about it a lot. But it was at the conference that I realized that I knew what I wanted. I knew how to talk about it. I knew how to say it. I knew how to set goals towards it. But what I realized was that I maybe did not really believe that I could do that. I was more hoping that it would happen. And at that moment, I began to believe that I could do it. And so that is my word for 2016. I believe in all of the good things that are going to happen this year for my family, for my boys, for my husband, for my faith in God, all of those things, but also with Jamberry. I truly believe that this is going to be an exceptional year for me and also for my team, all of you. I truly believe that we are all going to grow in our leadership skills and understanding. And I believe that we are all going to see a number of promotions being made all year long. And I just have a feeling that this is going to be the year where some of you are going to promote to team managers. And I am very excited about that for you. And I know that there's going to be people who are going to hit lead consultant, who are going to get to senior lead consultant, premier consultant. And, you know, I am looking at hitting an executive level this year. And I am very excited about that. But mostly I am excited about watching all of you grow. And my prayer for each one of you is that you would believe in yourself, that you would believe in the gifts that you have been given. There isn't anybody on the face of the planet that can do Jamberry like you. And you have special gifts and abilities that no one else has. And the world is waiting for you to come and to share those gifts in a way that only you can. And I know that some people laugh and they think, oh, you just sell silly nail stickers. No, it's way more than that. We sell hope. We sell pretty, we sell joy, we sell all of these things because you know, as busy women, when we are in the middle of taking care of sick kids or scrubbing toilets or whatever it is that we get doing, and we look down and we notice that our nails look jamazing, it brings a little smile to our heart. There's just something about having that extra thing that we've done for ourselves that makes us feel good, that makes us feel better about ourselves. So don't let anybody kid you. You don't just sell silly nail stickers. You sell so much more than that. And it's not even about selling. It's about giving back to people, about helping women. And our opportunity at Jamberry is to help women achieve their God-given potential. And so I look forward to this year, and I just hope and pray that you will see that you can believe in yourself and believe in your dreams and know that they will happen. And I am here cheering you on. Happy 2016, Gems. It's going to be an amazing, jamazing year.